Fractions of an amount. This is where fractions stop being just about shapes and start being used to find part of any number. 2 steps, straightforward method. Here is how it works. Finding a fraction of an amount means working out what portion of a number a fraction represents. It could be 3/4 of 60 or 2/3 of 90. The fraction tells how much of the whole number is needed, and the method for finding it is always the same. There are 2 steps. First, divide the amount by the denominator, that is the bottom number of the fraction. Second, multiply the result by the numerator, the top number. Divide first. Multiply second. That order matters, and it is worth remembering. Dividing by the denominator first finds one equal part of the amount. That keeps the numbers small before the multiplication step. With easy numbers it might not feel important, but with larger numbers it makes a real difference. Starting with the bottom number is always the cleaner approach. Dividing by the denominator gives one equal portion of the total. Multiplying by the numerator then takes as many of those portions as needed. To find 3/4 of something, first find 1/4, then multiply by 3 to get 3 of them. The same principle works for any fraction. 3/4 of 60. Divide 60 by 4, the denominator. That gives 15, which is 1/4 of 60. Now multiply 50 by 3, the numerator. That gives 45. 3/4 of 60 is 45. The method is always the same regardless of the numbers involved. This comes up constantly outside of the classroom. Working out a discount in a sale, a third off a price, calculating a share of wages or a bill, scaling a recipe up or down. Any situation where a fraction describes part of a real amount, this method applies directly. Multiplying first and dividing second will still give the correct answer, so technically it is not wrong, but it creates a larger number in the middle of the calculation, which makes it harder to work with and easier to make errors. With 3/4 of 60, multiplying first gives 180 before dividing by 4. Dividing first gives 15 before multiplying by 3. The easier path is always to divide first. To find a fraction of an amount, divide by the denominator first, then multiply by the numerator. The order matters. The method works for any fraction and any whole number. Always divide first to keep the numbers manageable, and check the answer is smaller than what was started with. Next up, adding fractions with the same denominator. Follow the channel so you don't miss it. Thanks for watching.